It almost doesn't matter who starts a war, or what it's about. Most people, the farmers, the workers, the families, they don't care. They only care that their lives are torn apart, that nothing's the same as it used to be. During the war, villages, towns, settlements were all destroyed. We watched the Abbey fall, and along with it, our faith, our hope. The hardest part of war comes after it's over, when the person in charge of the lands has to rebuild, has to try to give the people back a part of what they lost. After this war, I am that person. I suddenly find myself with a nation full of people who want nothing more than to get their lives back. We shall start with the Abbey, the symbol of hope and peace. And through that rebuilding, perhaps we might help all the people rebuild in their own way. We have few resources. Only the greatest builders could hope to achieve so much with so little. One of the first things to go during the war was our resources. We lost all our stone, our wood, our tools, stolen by cruel pigs with little thought for the people. Before we can even think about rebuilding the Abbey, we need to set up a quarry to help start the supply of those precious resources flowing again.
Before we can even think about rebuilding the Abbey, we need to set up a working quarry that will supply the stone for the building works.
Sire, Lady Catherine's ambition to rebuild the Abbey is a noble one indeed, although I see many problems to come in the days ahead. Right now, however, speed is of the essence, as the wood and stone needs to be shipped very soon ahead of the craftsman's arrival. We are victorious, sire!
When we fled the Abbey, we left the area to whoever wanted it. Raiders stole anything worth money, and when they left, the real danger moved in. Wolves. If we want to send our men to clear the ruins, we need to evict the new tenants.
Wolves now occupy the Abbey ruins. Before we can have our men start to clear away the ruins, we will need to make it safe for them to do so.
Place your stockpile, my lord. Site your granary, sire. Can't place that there, my lord. Sire, we are charged with clearing away the ruins of the Abbey to prepare the ground for the builders to start. Lady Catherine has sent us a troop of archers to help clear away the wolves and some men-at-arms to do the clearing. That's the last of the ruins cleared, my liege. The Abbey site is now ready for construction to begin.
Let's go. We're going. Lordship, on your feet, boys.
We are victorious, sire.
The workers that we've hired for the rebuilding project will be billeted in a small hamlet at the foot of the cliffs nearby. Space is tight, with barely enough housing for all the workers. Getting a stable supply of food into the workers will be a challenge.
The small hamlet at the foot of the Abbey cliffs is an awkward space. Land is tight enough even for the workers' housing. Getting the food in this limited space will, I fear, give you some trouble.
This hamlet is a disgrace, my lord, clearly laid out by some misguided peasant. Building the required housing here will be hard enough. Goodness knows how her ladyship expects us to create all that food as well. The sun, my liege! Finally, the sun! What a lovely day it is today, sire. Victory!
As a ruler, you want to inspire. People from all over the land have started hearing about our rebuilding process, about what we're doing here. They've heard that the Abbey needs work, and they're offering themselves to the cause. However, the roads have become beset by bandits, and people are scared to visit.
Travellers have heard about the rebuilding and are curious to return and to see how the new Abbey progresses. However, they are beset along the road by the bandits that have become established there. Bring life back to the Red Horse Inn and protect the happy pilgrims from the bandits who would prey on them.
What a flea pit the Red House is. It has certainly seen better days, sire. There's some work to do here for sure if we are to attract the number of pilgrims along this road that Lady Catherine desires. We are victorious, sire!
When the raiders tore through the abbey, they stole our most sacred relic and sold it to a merchant who had no idea what he was buying. Now he knows he's willing to sell it back to us, but for a price far greater than the gold we have in our reserves. To make matters worse, the local bishop has heard that the relic is for sale and is trying to raise the funds himself.
The sacred and most beautiful relic that used to adorn the abbey was taken and then sold to a local merchant. He will sell it back for a price, but we must raise the gold to pay for it. You must raise the asking price before our competitor beats us to the trade.
The race is on, sire. I feel confident that with your leadership, we will have the relic back in the abbey in no time. This village has good access to iron, sire. That would fetch a good price at the markets, would it not? We have the gold, my liege. The relic is ours. Victory!
One of the repercussions of the war was that this town, one of the abbey's main supply towns, both for trade and for novices, was destroyed. Everything that made it great was ruined, and the people left, leaving the town deserted, a shell of what it was. If the abbey is to flourish, we must help to rebuild the town and restore it back to its former state.
Restore this broken and disease-ridden town quickly. Above all, it needs a working church again from which it can start to train new novices.
Sire, we have but little time to restore this sorry place to a thriving town. I suggest that first we build an apothecary to rid the place of the pox. This town stinks.
People in the castle are very ill, my lord.
Victory!
We're so close. The abbey is nearly there. But there's news from the west about a band of renegades. Deserters from Earl Swinefoot's army. They're heading this way, wreaking havoc on the land as it rebuilds. If they were to pass through here, all this hard work could be undone. I have sent a small force of troops to help you, but they won't be enough. You'll have to raise their number before confronting the renegades, and you should also fortify the village to prevent incursions. But, above all else, protect the abbey.
The renegades will soon be upon you. Protect the pass by completing the stone wall and raise the troops quickly to allow the captain to complete his work. He has orders to return shortly, so unless you work quickly, you will fail.
Securing this village is vital to the abbey, sire. Scouts report deserters from Swinefoot's army are very active in the region. We should get some defenses up quickly. Excellent, sire. With the wall complete, the captain has departed with the new troops to finish off those troublesome deserters. Victory!
Summer is finally here, and the abbey is finished, ready to be unveiled to the people who have worked so hard on restoring it. However, life won't truly be back to normal until the first feast of St. Oswald's Day has been properly celebrated.
St. Oswald's Day, and the planned feasts are not far off. I know that the unusually hot weather is making everyone drowsy, but you must rouse your people for one final push.
My goodness, my lord. Have you seen the shopping list for the feast? How on earth will we collect all those goods in time? We are victorious, sire!
War never ends. Not really. Even after the battles are done, after life becomes normal, we still remember what came before. But we can do our best to make things right, to give the people hope. A reason to believe that life can be good again. We've given the people that hope, and for however long it lasts, we'll keep on trying to make their lives good again.